Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Hicks Morning Show. I'm Tony T. Get ready here, guys, to get your picks here from, all the major sports today. We got, other than NFL, right? We got college football bowl games here. Pretty good card of 5 games. NBA with 6. We also have action here on the ice, a big card on the ice, and National College basketball. We're going to get ready to roll here. First, we'll meet the cappers and then go right to the picks. That's how we handle it here on the Tony Hicks Morning Show. Let's say hello here to Bo. Bo, what's going on?
Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy New Year's Eve, man. I like the slate today, guys. Got some good spots in there, man, to make some cash. So as always, let's get it.
Let's get it. Say hello to Solo. Solo, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? We stayed in plus money, so we 3 straight days plus money. We ready to roll today. Let's get to it.
Let's bring in Rod right now. Looks like Rod's getting a sip of coffee. I think he's all set to roll. It's hot Rod ready to go. Rod, what's happening?
No, not too much, Tony. Tough day for me yesterday, but those days happen. So on to a new day today. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Looking forward to some really good quality bowl games. And, of course, we got the playoff game in there as well. So let's get to the action here, guys, today here for New Year's Eve. Happy New Year to everybody out there. Be safe. Looking forward to 2025. All right, let's go here. College football will knock them out the first block in 3s. Alabama and Michigan to start us off early noon Eastern. We see here Alabama, big favorite here, 16 total, up now 45.5. Louisville and Washington in the Sun Bowl. This one looks to be about a pick'em, total of 50. South Carolina, Illinois. We've got South Carolina 8.5 here, total 50. We get started here with Rod.
Yeah, and you're looking at Alabama and Michigan. That total ticked up too. It was 44. It was up to 45. I think that total's a bit too light. We've seen Michigan games sneak in up over the 40s this season. I know Alabama on the road's a little bit tough to score points, but I think they can score enough points against Michigan there. And I think Michigan's offense can do enough work to help us get over that total. So give me the over 45 in that matchup. And then looking at South Carolina and Illinois, I think I'll take Illinois plus the 9 points. Taking the dog there in that one. It's just that thing was at 9.5. It hasn't moved a whole lot. So the books are happy with that one. I like Illinois there plus the 9. I think it's under a touchdown win. I think South Carolina wins it, but not by the 9. Too many points there.
How many points says Rod? On over to Bo.
Yeah, man, looking at this Alabama-Michigan game, and I've seen a couple of things. This head coach for Alabama, he was a coach for Washington. We know that Washington got beat by Michigan last in that championship game, so that could be a nice little angle for Alabama. Also, Alabama got beat by Michigan in the semifinals last year, 27-20. But like Rod said, I think the total is just too low. I think Alabama going to put at least 30 or more points on this Michigan squad. And I think Michigan will be able to put up maybe 14 against Alabama. So I like the over 44.5. And I also think that South Carolina game it's going to be close. We know South Carolina came in winning 6, staying a game straight. I think they covered the last 6 out of 7. I'm looking at the O-line for Illinois. They're going to have 3 freshmen on that O-line. Both of the tackles out. This team giving up 26 sacks, man, in the Big Ten. So I think that South Carolina defense is going to be tough on them. And I know it's tough on any kind of points, but I'm going to take South Carolina minus the 8.5. You can grab that one.
All right, there from Bo. Just want to give it over the weather here. Looks like good weather. Alabama, Michigan, light wind, clear skies, light wind in the Sun Bowl. In the game here with Illinois and South Carolina, warm to 80-degree temperature, 13-mile-per-hour wind, 20% chance of rain there. Baylor, LSU, clear skies, no rain forecasted. Penn State and Boise State in a dome. And we'll go on over to Solo as we bring Chris into the show.
Alabama and Michigan. Michigan, like you say, I don't really like how they played well this season. Didn't like the quarterback play. I understand. I think a couple of them transfers, so we probably get a look at the youngin right here. But Alabama, I think Milroe's still going to play. The youngin Ryan Williams going to be out there. I think this Bama team's going to be on full display, trying to let us know what they got for 2025. I don't think Michigan can keep up. I'm going to lay it with Bama. Also lean toward the over. South Carolina, Illinois, like Bo tested on. South Carolina's coming in hot. They've won like 6 or 7. I want to say the only losses was at Bama, and I want to say Ole Miss. I think this team is strong. I don't think Illinois has real horses up front to stop that pressure. I think South Carolina cruises to victory. I'm a later 8.5. Was it the Washington Louisville game?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, the Washington Louisville game. I think these teams get up and down, score some points. I'm gonna take that game over 49.
There from Solo on over to Chris.
Yeah, the Alabama game definitely going over in that one, and then I'm gonna lay it with South Carolina, man. They're hot right now, and yeah, I agree with Solo on the over in the Washington Louisville game.
There from Chris. So I tell you what I think about these games here. Looking at this Alabama, Michigan, I'm there with the over with you guys here. Many defensive starters are out on both sides here, so we're going to see a lot of backups here in the games and starters role today. We've got a lot of some NFL defensive players that we drafted in the NFL, so those are hard guys to replace when especially on that line in the back seven as well. So I'll look at the over there. Louisville and Washington here. I'm going to take Washington here plus the points. Will Howard was benched in this game. Williams, he's got his top playmakers available. A freshman quarterback who's put up some really good numbers at the time that he's been called into play here. The Louisville starting quarterback opted out, so they're going to use a backup here. He is a senior, but he saw limited action the past 2 seasons, just throwing a total of 13 passes. Also, 2 receivers, defensive end, and a corner has opted out for Louisville. I'll take Washington here at the plus price. And yeah, I got a late here. Don't like to lay a lot of points in these bowl games, but these SEC teams have been looking good. I'll take South Carolina here and laying it. Luke Altmaier really has struggled with accuracy down the stretch throwing the football, but I like this quarterback for South Carolina. He can move the football. He's young. He's accurate as well. You know, you look at Sellers here, 72% completion rate over his past 4 games, 10.8 yards per pass attempt. This is somebody that's going to draw a lot of attention next year as a possible for the NFL scouts to look at. He put up a really good numbers as a young quarterback for South Carolina against the SEC. So I'll look at when you look at Illinois, when they faced Oregon and Penn State, they were soundly beaten by a composite score of 59-16. So when they stepped up in competition, they got pounded. So I'll take South Carolina in that one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show. Continue with the bowl coverage here. 5 bowls today. We'll continue here with Baylor and LSU. We got Baylor favored 3.5, total 63.5. Our playoff game here as we get into the round of 8 now. Penn State and Boise State in the Fiesta Bowl. This one neutral sites now. We're at neutral sites now. Bowl games, Fiesta in Glendale, Arizona, in a dome. Penn State, we're seeing down from 11.5. We're seeing some 11s, some 10.5s now come up. Total 54.5. We start with Rod.
Yeah, and looking at these 2 matchups, looking at Baylor taking on LSU, I like the over. It's definitely on the rise up to 63.5 in most places now. You look at LSU, their biggest problem here is that old line makeshift. Lots of guys have checked out. So lots of guys have checked out on both sides of this one. But for me, it's I like the over. We know LSU's defense all year hasn't been the greatest. So they've given up plenty of points. And we know this Baylor team's cruising into the 30 in most games. So give me the over 63.5 there in that one with a lean to Baylor to get the job done over LSU there in that one. And the other one, I've got we shot a video on that one, so it's archived. Go check it out. Boise and Penn State.
There you go from Rod on over to Bo.
Hey, man, I like this Baylor team. You know what I'm saying? They started out 2-4, but after that bye, 6-0 straight up. 5 of those games, they won by double digits. LSU team 8-4, but only 4-8 against the spread. And they also did not cover in the last 4 out of 5. Like Rod said, a lot of these players have checked out. I think Kelly probably looking forward to this next season, man, get up out of here. But I think Baylor is the stronger team. They can probably beat this game by double digits as well. So I think 3.5 is a reasonable price with this team coming in hot like they is. And for the Penn State, Boise State, this is going to be a good one, man. On the fast track in the dome with no issues of weather, I think both teams can put some points up. Penn State have scored 38 points or more in 3 games straight. They also put up that many points in the last 4 out of 5. I think they'll be able to run the score up against Boise. And, you know, Boise going to have some nice plays, breakouts with runner-up for the Heisman Trophy, man. So I think both teams can put up some points. Boise State gave them up 21 points plus more in 8 games in their Mountain West. They gave up 37 to Oregon. You know what I'm saying? They gave up 45 to Georgia Southern in the first game this season. I lost that one with that, and they also gave up over 20, 30-something points at Utah State. So I think both teams get up in the high 20s. I think the over just too low. I like the over 53.5. I'll take it up to 54.
There from Bo on over to Solo.
Yeah, Baylor and LSU. I think that's going to be a good one. I think these teams too get up and down. I think LSU does have a lot of guys out, especially on the offensive line. But I think Brian Kelly, give him a couple of weeks. He's kind of an offensive line guy. He's recruited, well. LSU has good depth. They got young players. They got speed. This Baylor team definitely finished strong down the finish and everything. And they trending in the right direction. But just too much points for LSU. I'm gonna take the 3.5. Too much time. I'm gonna roll with the Tigers. Penn State and Boise. This is just too many points for Penn State. I don't like James Franklin in these big games. I understand he had a little success this year, but this Boise running back is in. Gentry's in here. I think he's going to run. Penn State will slow him down a little bit, but this is just too many points. I'm going to take Boise with 11 points.
Yeah, from Solo on over to Chris.
Yeah, definitely taking the points with Boise there and the over. I mean, those guys are going to put up some points there. And then the Baylor one, I'm going to lean towards the points with Baylor.
There from Chris, tell you what I think about these games. Yeah, I'm going to look here at the LSU plus the points. Kelly's under a lot of pressure. I mean, losing 4 games, they don't like that down in LSU, and Solo will tell you that, right? That's why they got rid of the other guy who was losing too many games. 2 or 3 games, even 3 losses, and they lose their mind out there. There's a high standard in LSU over there, and this I think that other than the non-playoff games, this is the biggest pressure spot is for Kelly to win this game of all the bowl games, because you can't lose 5 games when you're at LSU. It's just not. It's that I know 4 is way too many, but losing a 5th one is really going to get people upset over there. Nussmeier is going to start. He's back next year, so he's coming back. So I think this is a 2025 starts this year. And as Solo said, yes, they're missing offensive linemen, but again, SEC schools recruit good players, good linemen, offensive, defensive linemen. So I believe the guys they put in. I know they're going to have to fit 3 freshmen in the starting lineup, but they're probably closer now to sophomores. They went through an entire training camp, went through an entire season. Now we're in the bowls, and they're focused. Now they're ready to roll. This is what these guys want. These freshmen this time of the year. Who was it? Dickie V says freshmen turn into sophomore in March. I think they talk about that before. I think that's what's happened, right? They've already put a full year in, so I'm okay with that. So I'll take LSU plus the points. Yeah, I think it's too many points with Boise here. I'm going to take the points. But Drew Allard just has not been accurate. If you look at his passing numbers, past 2 games, it's 54% completion rate, 5.8 yards per pass. It's just SMU's turnover. That was the game right there, right? Just turning the ball over too many times. I don't see Boise State doing that. Madsen has taken care of the football this year. That's something I looked at. His interception numbers. They've been very good this year. He does not make mistakes. So I'll look at taking the points there with Boise. All right, let's continue here on the 26 Morning Show. We've got a 6-game card New Year's Eve here in the NBA. I know they were nice to Boston and Toronto, Milwaukee. You can start your New Year's celebration early. They gave you some day games over there. So I'm sure these teams will be happy with that. So let's get underway here with the NBA. We start with the Raptors, Celtics. Note the start time, 3 Eastern on the Celtics, Raptors here. Celtics 6-17, total 234. Bucks and Pacers, another 3 Eastern game. We got the Bucks a 1.5 on the road, total 230. Clippers and Spurs. Spurs are ticking up. They were 4. They opened 3. They were 4 this morning. Now they're up, and now here at 4.5, total 217.5. We start with Rod.
Yeah, looking at these 3 matchups here, Toronto and Boston. A couple guys out for Toronto in that one. Looks like RJ Barrett out for the Raptors in that one. And usually when he goes out, the defense gets non-ramped up for the Raptors, and we see a whole pile of scoring. That's why that total's at 234 in that one. I think we easily cruise into the 240s, even if Boston does all the heavy lifting at the minus 17 number. But I don't know if Boston's going to be covering no minus 17 number. Sure, RJ Barrett's out. Raptors have dealt with RJ Barrett out a couple times this season, not been his first time being out. And covering a 17, I'll take the Raptors plus the 17. I don't trust Boston to be covering numbers. What are they, 12-20 against the number this season? 17? That's 2 touchdowns and a field goal. All the Raptors got to do is kick that late field goal to get the backdoor cover for us there. So give me the Raptors plus the points. I don't like the over. And then Pacers and Bucks. Ooh, it should be a pretty good battle there in that one. Close. The line's right where it should be. Bucks have definitely picked up their play. I'm going to go with the Pacers there at home. I think they make another statement. They're playing some pretty good ball there. They only got to take advantage of one on that back-to-back spot where they lost that one. But other than that, they've been battling. So give me the Pacers over the Bucks in that one.
There from Rod. Just update some of the injuries here. We said that Barrett quickly out for Toronto. Mitchell, Fernando, Grady Dick, questionable. Holiday, Porzingis, questionable there for Boston. Milwaukee and Indiana here. Green, Middleton, probable. Giannis, questionable. Nesmith out for Indiana. Toppin remains questionable. And in that Clipper game, again, the Spurs, a clean injury report. They've been pretty much the healthiest team here the last week and a half. For the Clippers, Leonard, Tucker out. Man, doubtful. On over to Bo.
Yeah, man, I'm going to grab on big points with Toronto. They covered the last 3 out of 4 against Boston. Boston is 0-5 when they land 14 or more points against the spread this season. They are also just been burning money at home. I think they've not covered the last 4 out of 6 at the house. They just got beat by Indiana on Sunday. I just think that it's just too many points, man. This Toronto team is 19-12-1 ATS this season, so they've been printing money, man, with the ATS. So give me the Raptors plus 17. And I like Indiana at home, man. I think Giannis will now suit up. It's looking like he's more on the outside. He's not played the last couple of games. We've seen Milwaukee get beat by the Nets. They only put up 105 points against the Bulls, who we know defense is really not that strong. So they just struggle without Giannis. We have Indiana coming in, covering the last 7 out of 3. And straight up and against the spread. They also won the last 6 out of 9 games against Indiana. You know, early in the season, Milwaukee beat them where Giannis put up a triple-double. So I like Indiana straight up in this one. When it comes to that Spurs game, I'm looking at that line going up, kind of maybe saying somebody going to be out for the Clippers. They're on the back-to-back. And we've seen them have the struggle, man. They was losing in that game pretty tough. I thought they'll cruise against the Pelicans, but they had to struggle and put out a lot of energy to come back. With Spurs at home fully healthy, I think their defense with women them in to be able to control that paint. I like them. I'm going to take the points, lay them points, man, with the Spurs. I think they get the cup.
There from Bo on over to Solo.
Yeah, the Raptors in Boston. There's just too many points to lay with any team for me. Don't really like the Raptors with R.J. Barrett, so I think these teams get up and down. I'm going to lean toward the over 233. The Bucks and the Pacers, I got to sit back and wait on Giannis on this one. If Giannis is in, I'm all go with the Bucks. If not, I think they're going to lean toward the Pacers. Definitely playing good ball at home lately. Find a way to pick up the pace, but you know if Giannis is in, I don't think they can stop him. But without him, we'll lean toward the Pacers. The Clippers and the Spurs. I like the way the Spurs playing points, but I don't like laying points with the Spurs. This total's kind of off right now, so I need to tap back in with this game. I was with the Clippers earlier, but the spread is moving, so I need to make some adjustments, make sure somebody's not out. So I'll wait on this game, but I'm leaning toward the Clippers with the points.
There from Solo on over to Chris.
Yeah, definitely not laying any kind of points with the Celtics at all. So even with our R.J. Barrett, I'm going to go with the Raptors and the points. Probably lean the over that one, and definitely the over in the Indiana Milwaukee game. And then I'm probably going to stay away from that Clippers San Antonio one. If I had to choose, I would go with the Spurs there, since Clippers on the back end of a back-to-back.
From Chris, tell you what I think about these games. Yeah, I'm going to go Indiana in this spot. Pacers have covered 6 of 8. They seem to have got it together here. They're shooting the ball effectively now, 50% overall, and they're defending over their past 5 games, holding teams to 44% shooting, 34% from 3. I'll look at Indiana in that spot. Toronto, Boston going to go over. Boston 6-3 of the over and home against losing teams. You don't play defense on Boston, they make you pay. That's really what goes on here. Toronto's gone over in 4 straight. Clippers and Spurs. I too don't like this line move, but I would have to. This would be a lean here to the Spurs. It's a back-to-back spot, and again, a healthy Spurs team has been money, right? They've covered 6 straight. They've been the healthiest team, I think, over this stretch here, over a week and a half here. Another clean injury report coming in. Look at the Spurs in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Six Morning Shows. We'll close out the 6-game card here from the NBA for Christmas Eve. Night action here. T-Wolves and Thunder. Thunder coming down from a 7.5 opener, now 6.5 pretty much everywhere now. Total 217.5. That's ticked up. Cavs and the Lakers. Interesting game here. One team rested, one team on a back-to-back. But it's not 3 games and 4 nights for Cleveland. They had a lot of rest before this one after beating Denver. So Cleveland here, 4.5, total 228.5. Grizzlies and Suns. The Suns, 4.5, total 236.5. Let me get to the injuries here because there's some news on that Suns game here I want to get to here. But let's take a look at Minnesota OKC. just backup guys. Dillingham Garza out. Nick's questionable. On the Thunder side, still Caruso out. Boy, they give him that big contract, and he's been on the injury report the last couple games here. Caruso out. Holmgren out. Dukas and Flagler out as well. Cleveland and the Lakers here. Okuro Travers are out. On the Lakers side, Hood Shafino, Vanderbilt, Wood out. Vincent questionable. James questionable. Davis questionable. Now, here's the one. Grizzlies and the Suns. We got Nurkic, O'Neal out. Booker questionable. He's trending in the right direction because he did practice 5-on-5 yesterday, so keep an eye there with Booker. Bull continues to be questionable. Allen probable. On the Grizzlies side, it's a laundry list, guys. Looks like last year. Aldama, Clark, Edey, Gigi, Laravia, Morant, Smart, Williams out. Kamimura is questionable here. So there you go with the injury report. On over to Rod.
Yeah, and I'll look right at that Memphis Grizzlies game. I looked last night and I was like, man, I want to bet Memphis, right? But then you see that laundry list of guys that are out, and I'm sorry, but I'm not the only one that thought about betting Memphis because look at the money line. That thing was at well over +2 last night. Now it's down to plus 160, 165 in places. That means a whole pile of money's come on Memphis. That's a pass for me. I can't touch that game with the 10-foot pole. No chance. I would love to get on Memphis. Maybe take the over in that one. We've seen that when all those guys out, Memphis just reverts to not a whole lot of defense, run and gun, track meet. That's why that totals at 237. So I would take the over 237 there, but I can't touch the side. I wanted to get on Memphis any which way I could because laying points with Phoenix, don't want to do that. And looking at the OKC taking on Minnesota here. I bet money on Minnesota. Let that line come down. It'd be even better to bet on OKC. I just don't trust this Minnesota team shooting-wise anyways. You look over the last 5 games, they're only hitting 44% of their shots, which equates to about 107 points a game, and that's not enough. Not against this OKC team that can they're shooting 47% from home and scoring 117 points. So that's a point differential of a 10-plus there in that one. And then defensively, OKC is playing the better defense as well. Well, Minnesota is not, so I got OKC by double digits. I'll lay the even 7.5. Maybe take an extendo all the way up to 9.5. OKC by double digits over Minnesota in that one.
All right, I like that name, Timber Cubs. That's a good one. On over to Bo.
Yeah, man. This Timberwolves team, man. Either they do 2 things: either they're gonna win by margin or lose by margin. So I just feel like something's wrong with this team. I don't like the fit with Julius Randle. Anthony Edwards don't seem like he's, playing as hard as he was last season. I think he even said things about the team. We just don't have no offense. OKC, man, their defense been tops at home. They are 9-12, winning 8 of those games by more than 7 points. So I'm gonna lay it, man, with the Thunder. Just think it's tough to get that coverage spread on the road for Minnesota. Also, between the Lakers and Cleveland. Even though Cleveland are back-to-back, man, the team is just too strong on the offense, shooting 54% from the field. They're 28-4 straight up, 23-9 ATS, man. So Lakers dealing with injuries, maybe without LeBron. I don't care, man. I'm gonna lay the points with the Cavaliers, and as sooner or later, them injuries will go catch up with Memphis. 10 of the Phoenix have won 10 of their 15 games at home. I think Booker gonna suit up. And I think if he do that, man, I think we'll get the cover with the Suns.
There from Bo on over to Solo.
Yeah, the Timberwolves and OKC. This Timberwolves team has definitely been up and down, but there's just too many points. Sign me up with Anthony Edwards in the plus 6.5 points. I think this Timberwolves team find a way to sneak in the back door. Julius Randle has to play better. I definitely think OKC jumps out and gets a lead and kind of controls this game, but I think they find a way to sneak in the back door. Memphis and the Suns. That's a lot of points to lay with the Suns, but that lets me know that everybody's going to play. When they all play, they smoke. So, we're talking about Booker, Bill, Durant, the whole squad. I think they find a way to get it done. I think they run up and down. I just don't think Memphis has enough to really get the stops down the stretch. I think Phoenix pulls away, covers his spread. And I'm on the Lakers on the money line. I think this is one of those situations. I think this is a good spot for LA. LeBron versus the old team. They at home, got a little rest. Cavs on back-to-back. I understand they got out and jumped out on the Warriors last night and kind of cruised, but I still think this back-to-back with a little travel, big time, Showtime LA. This is a game LA's built for. Look for 80 tonight to step up. If you can't take can't stomach it, take the points. But I'm on the money line with the Lakers.
Yeah, I think Lakers there for Solo. On over to Chris.
Yeah, as terrible as it is, you guys know I love my excuse me, I love my Grizzlies. But we're back to our laundry list of injuries again. So I did the video on YouTube with it last night before all that. I would just probably stay away from it now. I mean, if anything, take the over. I think they're not going to be able to play defense. They're going to run it. So in that one, but in OKC, Minnesota, yeah, I'm with Solo on that one, man. I think they can come in the back door here and get us some points. Anthony Edwards always trying to back him if I can. And then if you look at Cleveland and LA, Cleveland with no rest is 4-2 against the spread. And LA with a rest advantage is 4-5 against the spread. So I'm gonna lay it with Cleveland here. I don't even think they need the rest. I think they'll be all right. And especially with LeBron out, possibly if he plays, it might change some things, but probably not much. So we still lay with Cleveland there.
There from Chris. Tell you what I think about these games. I'm going to go under with OKC and Minnesota. I look for a defensive style game. Both teams are really good defensively. OKC second in home defensive efficiency. And the T-Wolves on the road holding teams 110 points per 100 possessions. Seventh in defensive efficiency. Two defensive-minded teams. I think we go under here. Against these good shooting teams, Minnesota comes in ready to defend them. 5-1 in the under against teams that shoot 46% overall or greater. That's 5-1 in the under on the road. So they defend on the road. Grizzlies and Suns, just kind of piggybacking what Solo said when they got their three in there and Grayson down off the bench, you lay it. I'm just going to lay it here with them. Grizzlies, we saw that performance against OKC. There's too many injuries for the Memphis Grizzlies here. Cleveland and the Lakers, I'm going to take it over the total. LA has 2 days of rest in this one, and they're 4-0 the over. When they're like those old Phoenix Suns team. When they get rest, look out. Back with oh goodness, who was that coach? Oh man, it just escapes my name right now. D'Antoni teams. I remember them. They had the point guard. Who was that point guard? What's that point guard there? The Canadian. What's his name? He was a coach for the Nets, and it was not successful. The point guard. Escapes my name right now. But anyway, when they older teams with 2 days rest, they find the fountain of youth a lot of times. So 4-0 the over at home with 2 days rest. But Cleveland's offensive numbers on the road this year. Jason Kidd. Oh my goodness.
Point guard for who?
For the Suns back in the D'Antoni days. Oh, and then he was head coach for the Nets for 1 year.
Oh, Steve Nash.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, those D'Antoni teams, when they had 2 days rest, I remember the rest advantage with the Suns. And when they were rested, they just ran up and down the court. But they had no legs when they were playing short rest there. But anyway, Cleveland, when you see them on the road this year, their numbers 122 points per 100 possessions on the road. That's a massive numbers here on the road this year. 7-1 the over against the West. So they get dancing partners to go over here. I like the over in this one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Six Morning Show as we got you through NBA. Now it's time for our college basketball segment. This segment, we just asked the cappers, give us what you got. We'll get into the time slots a little later here in the month of January. So here, give us what you got here, college hits. We start with Rod.
Yeah, to start the day, let's go. Let's look at NC State taking on Virginia to kickstart the day. This Virginia defense, they can definitely slow up this NC State team. You look what they normally do. They score normally in the 60s, and I think that's they're going to struggle to score in the 60s versus Virginia. They're 12th on defense, so it'll be tough for them to score. And that line's flipped. I believe Virginia was the dog to open, and now they're favorites. So. I like Virginia there. I think it's a point and a half in places. Just lay the money line. It's a coin flip price there. Virginia wins that one outright. Look at the Kansas taking on West Virginia. You know what? West Virginia's been a scrappy bunch. 13.5 now in a lot of places. I think it's just too many points. I'll take West Virginia plus the 13.5 in that matchup. And then Utah taking on Baylor. I like the over. I think that turns into a good old track meet there. 153.5 is where the total. I think we cruise into the 160s there in that one. And then you're looking at move down a little more. Give me the Bonnies here taking on VCU. Bonnies at home. Look, 11-1 ATS. They're just rolling right along, and they're a dog. Don't get that. VCU's getting too much love there from the books. Give me St. Bonnies there in that one at home. You can take the 2 if you want. I think they outright them. Give me the money line there as well. Another one I'm looking at. It's Marquette taking on Providence. You look at this matchup, and I like the over in the first half. I think both teams come out firing. We know Providence loves to play defense, and we've seen what they've done at home defensively. But I think this first half, I think the defense slows up a little, and we get up over this total of 67. I see most places give me the over 67 in the first half in that one. And then I'm looking New Mexico taking on Fresno. Look at New Mexico laying 15 versus Fresno with good reason. Fresno doesn't play a whole lot of defense. Their point differential this season has been pretty ugly. I'm going to lay it with New Mexico. I think they're running up on Fresno, win by 20 plus in that matchup. And then the last one, looking at Utah State taking on Nevada. I'm going to take Utah State plus the 3.5 there in that one against Nevada. I've seen Nevada at times not look good. They've struggled at times. Sometimes you got too many big men on a team, and it doesn't turn out so well. And I like this Utah State team. Scrappy bunch. And I'll take the 3.5 there with Utah State.
Yeah, from Rod on over to Bo.
Hey, man, I got two I like in the college basketball today. I like that Marquette, man, minus that 6.5. This team is playing good defense. You know, normally they're known for just offense, shooting good threes, but they are 11-2. And they have not lost a game against a Big East opponent. Providence is just not the same team. I know it used to be a hard place to go and play, but I think Marquette just offense is too much, and their defense to be able to slow them down. They turned the ball over 16 times in their last game. Talking about Providence, I think that's going to be a problem for them against Marquette. So I'm going to lay the 6.5 with them. And I'm going to lay the big number, man, with Kentucky. They're playing Brown. They just got beat by Ohio State. This is going to be their last game before a conference. I think they're going to make a statement, man, going to 2025 with a big win. So it's 24.5. I think they'll win this game easy by 30 or more against Brown, who haven't played in a couple of weeks. So give me Kentucky minus the 24.5.
From Bo on over to Solo.
Yeah, Utah and Baylor, I think these teams get up and down. I think this total goes over 152.5. UAB and North Texas, I'm leaning toward North Texas minus the 5. I think they have better guard play. UAB does have the better size, and I think they'll probably, control the rebounding. But I think North Texas, speed the pace on offense and kind of pressure those guards, make them shoot those perimeter shots. I don't think they'll knock them down. We'll lay it with North Texas minus 5. And last one here, Nevada and Utah. I had Nevada last week. The other day minus 6 versus Wyoming. They laid down. They didn't get it done. I don't really like what I see from this Nevada team. I'm with Rod. I'm taking Utah State with the points.
From Solo on over to Chris.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Seton Hall Xavier game, and I'm gonna lay it with Xavier there. I mean, they're doing pretty well at home. They're 2-0 against the conference, and so I think they're at 9.5 right now. So we're just gonna lay it with Xavier.
From Chris, yeah, I'll tell you what, I agree here with this Utah State plus the points here. I know this Nevada team 0-2 in the Mountain West. They already have two home losses. They lost to Washington State. They go on the road and lose to Loyola Marymount. That team, I mean, even Solo Shakers, he knows about Loyola Marymount. Not a very good team in LA for 6-6 losing on the road there. And of course, against the Mountain West, 0-2 against the Mountain West, 10th in effective field goal shooting, 43% from 2, giving up 41% from 3. It's Steve Alford. That's right? Steve Alford is the head coach. Sir. I know Mitch is always used to our good great friend Mitch, man. He used to just pound. It's Alford. Yep, it is Alford. It is Alford. But let's give some praise to this Utah State team, man. It's hard to go into St. Mary's and San Diego State and win on the road back to back. I want to get that out there because that is some accomplishment there for this Utah State team to do that. I know they had some question marks with their schedule, but okay, you go to St. Mary's, you win. You go to San Diego State, you win. That is an impressive Utah. I know we're hating a little bit on Nevada, but we got to definitely show some love to this Utah State team because, man, much respect's doing that. You got to tip your cap off. And matter of fact, they're already 2-0 in conference, beating Wyoming at home, and in conference, I've been defending pretty well. So I'll give me them in that spot. All right, let's continue here on. So this morning's show is we'll continue on. We got you through college. Now it's time for hockey, but we'll see what Solo has for sale over at Tony Spicks. Heading into a big week of action here. Boy, we got the playoff games come up here in college football. 1 today, 2 tomorrow. Lots of hoops, lots of football still heading our way. All right, Solo, what do you got for sale over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, I got a 5-pack up today. We sprinkled over the bowl games and NBA, and I'm thinking about adding a little late steam to the college basketball card. We heating up, in NBA and NFL. These bowl games, we've been kind of picking our spots, but we've been, successful the last couple of weeks. So sign with me, short term, long term with me. Pair me up one of the good Capitals. We ready to roll. We're taking over 2025. Check the books. We rolling.
Absolutely, guys. Get on board here. We're still over at Tony's Picks. Going great in the NBA. No better time to get on board with that long-term pass. That's your best value right now. I'm going to try that 7-day pass with all the college football, NFL, hoops, and college hoops, and NBA, and more. So get on board with Solo. Promo code TonyT at checkout will save 15% off. Link in the description. We'll get you over to Tony'sPicks.com. That's where we get our best bets on premium plays from our documented handicappers. All right, Solo, it's always great having you on the show. You need the success, and we'll catch up with you later. Have a great, happy New Year.
Appreciate it, Tony. Good luck, everybody. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
All right, Solo.
Happy New Year, Solo.
Cheers. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Y'all be safe.
All right. Absolutely. Solo here on the Tony's Picks Morning Show. Let's continue on here as we're gonna lace up the skates with Bowen and Rod here in our hockey segment. So let's get to the hockey card. We're gonna do the early afternoon games. We'll do the 12:37 to 5:07. We'll start with Bruins Capitals here. Capitals $1.50, total 5.5. Islanders and Maple Leafs. We got the Maple Leafs $1.43, total 6. Canadians and Golden Knights. Golden Knights $2.27, total 6.5. Blues and Blackhawks. We got the Blues $1.41, total 5.5. We started off with Rod.
Yeah, looking at Boston taking on Washington. Look at Boston playing pretty good since the coaching change. And this Washington team, well, Logan Thompson in goal, and Ovi's back. So it's the Ovi show returning to Washington, and he's just stepped right in like he hasn't missed a beat. Like he missed nothing because he just stepped right in, and it shows where he was having his best year so far, and it's been this year where he's averaging 0.85 goals a game, and it's been his highest number at any point in his career on his pace of goal scoring. And with Logan Thompson in goal, you know where I'm going. Give me Washington on the money line on that one. As I said all season long, it's like as soon as I see Logan Thompson, bet him. It's just been absolute money. Islanders and Toronto. Hey, we've seen this matchup once already this season. Islanders got the win. The Dogs won 5 straight head-to-head between these two teams. But I like the over. We've seen plenty of goals between these two combatants. It was a 6-3 matchup earlier. And at 6, that's too light. I think the over 6 there in that one. And Montreal going to Vegas, they just get whooped by Vegas. Ever since Montreal ousted Vegas from that from the COVID tournament there, where they upset them. Vegas has never let Montreal win. They've lost 7 straight. Has Montreal versus Vegas, so only one way to go there, and that's take Vegas. And your St. Louis taking on the Blackhawks. That's your Winter Classic today. It's going to be played in Wrigley Field. Should be a good action in the outdoor game. It's a hometown crowd. I looked at on the video. I believe I took the Blues. But I totally, in the video, forgot that this was the Winter Classic game. I got to take the Blackhawks in this one. That's the dog. Home crowd. Going to be going absolutely nuts. It looked real good. I've seen a bunch of video. People skating in Wrigley. Got to go with the hometown dog. Give me the Blackhawks in that one to outright the Blues in that one.
There from Ron on over to Bo.
Well, I seen one game I like in this slate right here. I like the Maple Leafs at home. They're 14-7 on the home ice. Both teams been struggling a little bit, but I just think the offense, man, is too much at home for Toronto. So that is the one I like in this slate. Toronto, you got to take them on the puck line for a little extra value.
There from Bo. Let's continue on here. We're getting some weather reports here in Chicago. It's an outdoor game. It looks like rain. That's not good. That's not good if it rains. I think they have a plan B, right, Rod? If these games rain out or whether they usually play the next day, right? Is that usually how it goes?
Oh, they'll play in the rain.
They will? Wow.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
They played in minus 38 degrees weather in the very inaugural Winter Classic. The temperature was minus 32 with wind chills close to minus 40, minus 45. You got to remember it was played in Edmonton. Was the original
minus 32, man?
Yeah,
wow.
Minus 32 was the temperature. That's just the stagnant temperature. Once you throw some wind in there, you're looking at closer to minus 40 at times, minus 50. So yeah, that was the original Winter Classic. Was in Edmonton. It was in Edmonton, Montreal. Original Winter Classic. We had the old school teams come out. We had the old Montreal veterans play the old Oilers veterans first in that game. So I haven't seen a cancel. Well, actually, we did. We seen that one that was in Colorado by the lake. I think it was too much of the weather was too warm. So the ice was like just too choppy and they couldn't have a problem. So if the rain affects the ice, then maybe you get a cancellation. But I don't think if it's raining and it's still on the ice, they still got all that cooler equipment there to keep the ice cool. A little more water on the ice is not going to hurt anybody as long as we're not getting a lake, right? If you got like a lake like this and it's kind of sloppy, then maybe we might get.
Our Chicago audience said there's a monsoon, but we'll see. It's still early. There's still a lot of time.
At least we're not throwing passes in hockey, right? So you don't have to worry about throwing a pass through the air. The puck veering left and right in the wind. I think the boards are high enough to block the wind from coming out on the ice.
There we go.
Feel it, but it won't be that bad.
There we go from Rod. All right, let's get to the 807s. We got a list of 807s here. We got Flyers, Sharks. We got the Flyers, $1.66, total of 6. Predators, Wild. We got the Wild here, $1.35, total of 5.5. Hurricanes and Blue Jackets. We've got in this one, in this game here, we got the Hurricanes, $2.14, total 6.5. Devils and Ducks. Devils, $2.71, total 6.5. Penguins and Red Wings. We got the Red Wings, $1.21, total 6.5. Sabres and Stars. We got the Stars, $2.14, total of 6. Jets and Avs. Avs, $1.75, total of 6. We start with Rod.
Yeah, we'll start with that Jets and Avs. You look at the earlier meeting, it was a 1-0 win for Winnipeg. Hey, they got their revenge there in that game earlier this season because Colorado swept them right out of the playoffs. Didn't even get a sniff. They made it to the playoffs, and we're like, yeah, they had a pretty good season going too. And Colorado was just like, nah, you're not getting nothing. Out you go. So they got the revenge earlier. Tough spot for Winnipeg on the back-to-back. Looks like Comrie will get the start for the Jets. Give me the over 6. I think we see plenty of goals. Completely opposite from the 1-0 game earlier. And then looking at in New Jersey taking on the Ducks there in that spot. For me, it's just I got to go with the Ducks 0-10 following a home win. And that trend continues. Jersey just playing the better hockey. I'll take the Devils on the puck line in that matchup. And Carolina taking on Columbus. You know what? I like the over 6.5. I think we see some goals. But you know what? I'm going to take the dog there in that one. Carolina, Carolina should be favored by a little bit more than a minus 230. They are that much the better team. But Columbus is at home. I'm going to take a shot with the plus 190. They play their better hockey at home. I think they can get an outright win. Give me Columbus on the money line in that one. Big dog play there.
Yeah, from Ron on over the boat.
Yeah, I like that Columbus team, but I'm going to take a little bit more ish here and take the puck line. But I do think they have a great chance to win with that plus money. So you can probably put half and half on each side, but I do think they'll be able to cover that puck line and win straight up. And going to my Dallas team, man, you know, that's where we play the best hockey at the house. The money line a little bit too big, so you know me, guys. I'll be taking in regulation. We had a better goalie, so give me Dallas at home on the regulation.
There we go from Bo. All right, let's close out hockey with the 907s, Canucks and Flames. Here we got the $1.10 both sides, total 5.5. Hockey Club and Oilers. Oilers $1.99, total 6.5. Over to Rod.
Yeah, we just seen Vancouver taking on Calgary. What does Calgary do following a road loss? Well, they added up with wins. But they won last time versus San Jose. So for me here in this one, it should be a pretty good hockey game between Vancouver and Calgary. But I'm going to go with Calgary there on New Year's Eve. You know what? Sprinkle a little bit on overtime. I think it's 3-3 heading to overtime, so I like the over as well. But I like Calgary to get the job done there. Hometown goes home happy there in the Saddle Dome. And then Utah taking on the Oilers. Utah, you couldn't even beat Seattle last night. So, sorry. Good luck coming into Edmonton. You're going to get whooped. The Oilers are going to be a little bit mad. They lost to the Ducks last time out. 5-3 in that contest. And now you're sitting at home waiting to go. Leon Draisaitl's playing pretty good hockey and been lighting the lamp. He's now the leader in the NHL in goals scored this season. Guess what? He gets himself another goal there tonight, and the Oilers winning the puck line, beat up on Utah. But they're playing the second half of back-to-back as well as this Utah team. And should be Jackson Stauber getting the start for Utah. And he's had actually half-decent start to his career. But facing the Oilers, this will be the best team that he's had to face so far. And I think he gets tuned up, as they say in that one, as the team in front of him is going to be a little bit tired-legged after playing last night.
Yeah, from Rod on over the boat.
No extendo, Rod, for Edmonton? No extendo?
Oh, I'm taking the puck line for sure. Maybe sprinkle the 2.5, but Utah's not that bad a club, right? I think if the Sharks or the Ducks came in here, I think I might be extendo, but I'll just be happy with the puck line win there.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I like Edmund on the puck line as well. And once again, guys, yeah, I think they'll win in regulation, so we can go and take them that way. And I like Calgary as well. Vancouver's lost the last 4 out of 5. They're going in the opposite direction. They was muddy on the road, but right now their goal is just giving up too many goals. So I like Calgary at the pick 'em price.
From Bo on over to that's right, on Bo. All right, now it's time for our parlay segment where the cappers give out parlays, or can give out player props, team props, or could look for a bowl game or NFL game or whatever game in the future. It's up to the cappers. It's their segment. We start here with Rod.
For me, we're going to go with where is it? Give me OKC. Lay the points. They win by double digits in that one. We're going to take the Oilers on the puck line, and then take over Marquette and Providence in the first half. Little 3-team mixed sport for you today on New Year's.
Yeah, from Rod on over to Bo.
All right, guys, let's go up and over the total in that Boston and Toronto game. Like Tony said, these guys play fast. Talking about Toronto, Boston coming off their loss against Indiana. I think they'll do the big part, man, at least score about the 125 or higher. I think Toronto will pull in the rest. So give me the over between the Raptors and the Celtics. And I do like the Indiana Pacers, man, straight up. I think they get that easy win over Milwaukee. With Milwaukee losing their last 2, I think Giannis will not be suiting up. Dealing still with an illness. So Indiana money line, that's going to partner with my Dallas Stars, man, on that money line. So that's a 3-team I like today.
All right, from Bo on over to Chris.
Yeah, we're going to take the over in the Alabama-Michigan game. We're going to take the over in the Indiana-Milwaukee game. And I'm going to take the points with Toronto in the Boston game.
From Chris, tell you what I like here. I'm going to go ahead and take the Pacers as well. A couple of that here with Washington Huskies here, -1 now, moving up to 1.5. Now we're seeing the movement here in this one. And also I'll take the LSU here at plus the points. I'm seeing a 4 now at DK. So that one's moving up there. All right. We got you through that part of the show with our parlay segment. Now it's time to see what the cappers have for sale over at Tony'sPicks.com. We'll take a look at Rod right now. Rod has been putting together a really good year over at Tony's Picks. Rod, we got a lot going on here this week. What do you got for sale over at Tony's Picks with nearly 1,200 units of profit for the year?
Yeah, what I got going on today, I got it's college football day, so definitely I got you a nice little 3-pack covered from the #1 college football capper at Tony's Picks. Having a nice season in college football, up over 1,600 units. So we're on a nice 5-1 run as well in these bowls. So jump aboard and a nice little 3-pack for you in college football. And then what else do I love? I love college basketball just as much. A nice winning season on college hoops as well. So I've got a 5-pack in college basketball action today. Love that action today. And then, of course, I've got my one lone NHL sniper play there as well for you. So as you can see, we've been I've been cold the last couple of days. So we've lost the lead. So buy low, sell high. It's time to heat back up and have a big day. And it's I'm stacked in college sports where I've been hot. Making better as well, over 2,200 units this year in college sports. So jump aboard, big day. Take advantage of that 2-for-1 capper promotional as well. I'm not the only on capper here at Tony's Picks. And having 2 cappers put money in your pockets this New Year's Eve. Can't go wrong with that. Hit the links in the description. That'll get you right on over to Tony'sPicks.com. And when you get there, use Tony T at checkout to save 15% off your purchases over at Tony's T's. Join me. Let's put some cash in your pocket this New Year's Eve.
You know, going with Rod over at Tony'sPicks.com. We're having a great 2024. We're going to see it go to the close today. And we'll get ready to start it off again tomorrow. Here, let's see what Bo has for sale over at Tony's Picks right now. Bo been hot here in college football over the last 7.
Yeah, man, I got a 3-pack in college football today, guys, for New Year's Eve. Looking to go 3-0. Had a pretty good day in college hoop yesterday. Went 3-0 with those plays. So I'm more of a data guy. So the more data that I get access to, the hotter my picks gonna start getting, especially in college basketball, guys. So, like I said yesterday, my best package right now, if you're a football lover, you can get my NFL and college football combo for the low price of $199, guys. That's like $10 less than what a week is. Week is $179. So this gonna take you all the way until February 9th, until they crown a Super Bowl champion. So guys, make sure to sign up with me or any one of these other high handicappers on the site, guys. the leaderboard is just crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't go perfect, you're not going to be earner, guys. These guys is tough. Go check it out, man. Save that 15% by using the code Tony T, and let's get this money today.
That's right. Guys, yeah, Bo over at Tony'sPicks.com. Link in the description will get you there. Get our best bets at Tony'sPicks.com. Our premium plays are there. Promo code Tony T at checkout. Save you that 15% off. All right, let's see what Chris has for sale over at Tony's Picks right now. Chris moved well in the NFL. What you got for sale, Chris, over at Tony's Picks?
Well, I dialed it down. I just got one play today in the NBA. There's just a 6-game card. It was hard to really decipher which one was the best value, but I got that on the board. And then going forward, we got more NBA action as the season continues on here. So I'll have more of that this week. And as these bowl games and everything keeps going on, I'll have picks in those as well.
That's right, guys. Got to board with Chris over at Tony's Picks. Keep an eye on those long-term passes. Link in the description to the site. And the promo code at checkout is Tony T. Save 50% off a package here from Chris over at Tony's Picks. All right, over at Tony's Picks, I've got a best bet on the board right now. Also, my best bet is bundled in my 3-pack here from college football. Don't buy them both. Buy one or the other if you're looking for a one-day pass, or better yet, get that 7-day pass. I'm having a great college football and NFL year this year. We have a lot of that coming up this week here, so no better time to get that 7-day all sports pass. Remember the promo code Tony T at checkout will save you that 50% off, or you can match me up with your favorite capper with a 2-for-1 capper promotion, even a greater value there. Just a reminder, with you here on the Tony Picks Morning Show every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. If you ever missed a show, go to our YouTube channel at Tony's Picks. You see the live archive, live tap, click that. You can watch the complete replay of the show. If you watch the show and you need help with the later games, well, just watch it again and go forward to the late games. It's very easy to do. We appreciate all everyone's contributions here on our chat. Happy New Year to everybody. Great having everybody aboard here. We've seen our numbers just skyrocket here as we started the show since September on here to the end of the year. I want to thank everyone's contributions. Our handicappers, great professional job coming here, ready to roll with great research and great picks on the show. And our loyal chat members, even some of our cappers who come in and contribute in the chat room. We appreciate that. Guys like our man Ron Hahn, guys like Doubles up there, appreciate that. And of course, Justin in there as well, PW Critter, our man Blake, a longtime follower. Of course, we have folks out there like Steel, True Fondue. Great hearing you guys in the comments today. Just want to give a shout here at the end of the year to you guys. Nicholas Handy, always great to see you here in the chat. Jesse coming in today as well. Mr. Weskers, appreciate you as well. Rick Sanchez and more. Jay Fuller. I didn't want to miss anybody here. I want to give a shout here in the end of the year to everybody here who's been contributing here on our show. Justin, Happy New Year to you as well. So thanks to everybody here on our Tony Speaks YouTube and, of course, our capper as well. I want to make note here, we do have an on-demand channel where our cappers upload videos overnight and give a little bit of a more in-depth coverage on the games. Of course, Rod, what do you have over on the Tony Speaks YouTube channel on demand and your plans for the weekend?
Yeah, it'll be, you can have a look over at Tony's YouTube now. I've got you covered on every hockey game. So if I didn't cover a game, definitely go check it out. All the hockey's covered there. And then the big playoff games over today and tomorrow's action. Me and Ron shot a video there on the college football playoffs. That's archived there as well for you to check out. So definitely go check out all that archive videos and the on-demand section there. I know Chris Balomi's always got some NBA, and I see it's good to see Bo back doing some more videos as well. So good to see. Definitely go check out the on-demand section here at Tony's Picks YouTube.
Absolutely. Appreciate a super chat there for our man, Lex Steele. Bo, what do you have over on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel? Your plans here for the upcoming week?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to start uploading some of the NFL prediction videos today. We'll be doing also the college bowl games coming up, guys. So I just want to say, man, to Tony and Rod and Chris and everybody, man, that welcome me to the Tony Speaks family, man. It's like a dream come true, guys. You know, I love sports. I've been doing this for a while, been grinding. And, hey, you guys gave me a shot, man. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all really great. Always coming in loyal, man. So we appreciate the support, the like and subscribe, the comments, guys. We really enjoy what we do. You know what I'm saying? This is not a job, man. You know what I'm saying? For me, I love this. And I'm just grateful for the opportunity, man. So thank everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's have a great 2025.
Absolutely. Right there. And Chris, what do you have over at Tony Picks YouTube channel? Your plans for the week?
I got a deep dive into the NBA today, and then I'll just be like Rod said. I'm just going to keep doing the NBA here, trying to do it more. We got a whole lot coming up this week, so I'm just going to keep doing those. I really enjoy the NBA videos. Seem to have good response. I appreciate everybody, and glad to be here as well. Been here since September, October, and yeah, I'm just glad to be a part of this crew. Shout out to everybody, especially my guy Ron Hahn in the chat. Talk to him daily, and yeah, just trying to chase that leaderboard and trying to get money in the pocket here.
Absolutely, guys. That's going to do it here for Tony's YouTube channel. Also, I've got plenty of videos up there on demand. You can catch my rundowns, NBA, and more over on the Tony's YouTube channel. NFL, college football, full rundowns. We'll start hitting the college basketball soon, but we got a lot of content for you here, guys. So make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications so you're live with us to get those plays and don't miss a pick here on our live show. All right, that's going to do it, guys. Before we go, do you guys have anything in closing before we go?
Happy New Year's, y'all.
Yeah, Happy New Year, guys. Be safe.
Yeah, definitely. Happy New Year to everybody. Tony got you all covered in the chat, so I don't have to repeat it. But everybody's names there that tunes into these shows daily. We've seen these same names: Mr. Weskers, Lex Steele, Truth Fondu, all Justin. Don't want to miss everybody's names. So all those people that Tony mentioned in the chat are there that we see daily, that we interact with. Ron On comes in every morning as well. Doubles pops in every morning. Ron Crawford. Shout out to everybody here. Have a great New Year's.
Yeah,
be safe out there. If you're gonna drink, don't drive. Definitely.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my boy Ron, man.
Yeah, don't drink, don't drive, man. Just you want to get home safe. I want to make sure that everybody gets home safe.
Yeah, man.
Kick off the 2025 safe, happy, and let's make it a winning one.
And
also to answer Mr. Wesker's question, anyone taking Louisville? I don't know about taking Louisville, but I like Isaac Brown in that game, over 100 rushing yards. Louisville's going to lean on him heavy. So I like Isaac Brown, little player prop for you, over 100 rushing yards, and I think he pops one in for a touchdown as well. We'll say over 100 yards, Isaac Brown, and a touchdown for Isaac Brown with Louisville. I don't know about betting Louisville, though. Washington's a scrappy bunch.
Yeah, with the quarterback out, man, I wouldn't trust Louisville in the spot.
but they're running. That's all. That's why that quarterback. All he has to do is turn around and go like this. Here's the ball. Here's the ball. Here's the ball.
I think that's what's gonna happen too. So, if I had a lean, guys, I would take the under. I think it's gonna be a run game for Louisville. We know our Washington defense is, pretty okay. So I think that under come creeping right in a little bit on that 50 and a half. So that'll be my lean in that spot. But I definitely want to trust Louisville. Like Rod said, man, just put some money on that running back. I think he'll get it done.
Absolutely, guys. All right. Happy New Year, everybody. We're back again tomorrow, January 1st, 2025. Back tomorrow with our Tony's Morning Show. We're going to have 3 playoff games, NBA and more. So make sure you guys tune in tomorrow live, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. We're going to goodbye, guys. You guys make it a great winning New Year's Eve. Happy New Year to all. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony's Picks Morning Show.
Peace.